So this is going to be my final presentation for the content curation project. So I'm going to start now. So how can you build up social media literacy? Should you be using all platforms? Should you be using a few websites? Is it better to specify in just Instagram or Twitter? Or should you be everywhere? Well, this is something that we're going to discuss in this today. My topic I did this semester was methods of delivery. It's just extemporaneous, different ways of delivering speeches, pitches, stuff like that. And it kind of falls in the path with this topic because obviously methods of delivery will help your social media literacy, the way you present your content, stuff like that. But specifically what we're going to be talking about today is my website that I made and stuff like that. I picked methods of delivery because I just feel like the ability to deliver a speech is very important, or a sales pitch, or whatever, whether it's just writing or whether you're just talking about it in your daily life. Something that I can use as a journalism major in my everyday life or everyday conversations, whether I'm conducting an interview or just doing something casual. So the first thing that we will discuss is the website that we had to make for the class. The second thing is just some challenges and some positives, some negatives, some stuff that we learned throughout the semester. And then finally, basically just based off what I learned, I'm just going to talk about what I learned from this topic. How am I going to use this topic in the future? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the website. So what were the functions of my site? Well, for one thing for a lot of the semester was we used Weebly. We had a lot of videos in there. For the content curation assignments, we would put videos in the website. We would analyze the videos, type responses, do stuff like that. So it definitely has a lot of videos on there, definitely has a lot of articles on there. One of the second functions of the website is Google Analytics. What Google Analytics does is it tracks the website. It lets you know how many viewers you have on it, how often people are going on it, what specific pages are they clicking on, stuff like that. And then just a few of the other features are for one of the topics I included a survey. Just something that if you read it, you could take it, give your opinion, stuff like that. And then it's also just got different pages contact information. Nothing really crazy, at least for this topic, or at least for this class. But there's a lot of stuff that you can do with Weebly. And then I just like to talk about some of the stuff that I learned along the way, with building the website and outside of building the website. Some of my successes were, obviously, I learned how to use Weebly. Before this semester, I didn't know how. Now I feel like I have a pretty decent idea of it. And then some of my other successes, I guess, is I learned how to use LinkedIn and Pinterest. Those are just some social media platforms that I've never ever really used before. For failures for this semester, I guess one of them would be I know I missed a couple of assignments. I probably missed 2 or 3. That's something I'd have to work on. But just as far as the content and the social media aspect of it, I would say using Pinterest is one of them. I just don't get it. I don't really understand what the point is. You just post a bunch of pictures and people like it and stuff. I don't understand it. And then for subsequent tricks that I learned, again, I learned how to use Weebly or just how to create a website in general, which is extremely helpful. And one of the really helpful things that I learned how to do this semester was LinkedIn, because now I'm going to use it to help get an internship and stuff like that, because I actually built a profile on it and I'm actually using it outside of this class now. And then just finally, some of my ideas for the future is, now that I have experience creating my own website, I'm probably going to make my own website, whether it's a blog for because I want to be a sports journalist. I could use it as a blog for that, or I could just create a website and then put all the content that I've made, whether it's through the Jambar or through other classes on there, just so employers can see it. And I'd use like other platforms to promote it, like Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. Maybe make like side accounts like based off of the blog or whatever I do. And then one of the, like I kind of talked about it earlier too, is LinkedIn. Like I definitely plan on using like LinkedIn to like get my name out there for, because I'm looking for a summer internship, and then like just for my job in future down the line. It's just something that I've never really like knew about. Not that I didn't know about it, I just didn't really know what the purpose was, and I don't know, I just always thought that there were like certain requirements to have it. And just like the last thing I'm going to do for the future is just practice using all the platforms more. Like I just feel like you should be, like now that I've taken this class and stuff, like you should be well versed in pretty much everywhere that you can be, especially as like a journalism major, just anybody who's involved in media. You should just have a really well-rounded understanding of every single platform that you can get your information out there on. It's just good for exposure, just good for getting your name out there, good for keeping up on things, good for making contacts, good for everything really. As long as it's like used right, of course. So in conclusion, all the exercises and all the different platforms that we've used in this class has just helped me become more like aware on social media, kind of aware of like the consequences of stuff that can happen, just different websites that you can use, just really learned a lot. And like I just feel like it would be like this class is definitely helpful for me. I feel like it would be helpful for everybody who took it, just so they could like get an understanding, you know what I mean, of all the different platforms. So like as far as methods of delivery go, I mean, like I know like a lot of this was like talking about the website and stuff and like the struggles, but like I mean I learned about methods of delivery along the way, like the different types, stuff like that, and then how I can orchestrate those into my website. Maybe like the way I want to deliver a message on Twitter or Instagram, or if I want to make a vlog or just a video, whatever. And then it's just like, I don't know. Just to wrap it up, since I did talk about my website a lot, you can visit my website if you want to learn more about methods of delivery or watch some of the videos that I've put out there for my content curation at methodsofdelivery.weebly.com. Thank you.